Okay, the never-ending story of recording in your helmet. MotoVlogger's nightmare. Nothing's designed for it. You've got to frig around with everything. So anyway, I've just invested in 2 Purple Pandas, plus the splitter, plus the adapter that actually makes it work on this camera, from some sort of 4-pin fucking thing to a 3-pin socket, not socket, plug, you know. Anyway, I've got back to the 2-mic system with a splitter so that I can record the other voices on the center, because one of my biggest regrets about my big trip recently was that I didn't have that set up. I didn't have these mics on time to do it, and I missed out on all the banter between, especially Bill and I, having ridden together so many times, but also Paul. You know, we were all talking to each other, having a great time. Didn't get that on the videos, so I'm hoping this will work. I'm going to take it for a bit of a test ride this morning. Turning the sender on and off just to see if it's recording anything from it, for example.
Hello.
Hello. So yeah, it's been a constant nightmare trying to get sound right. Like I said, nothing is designed to work in a motorcycle helmet. Action cameras aren't. Their microphone setups aren't. You've always got to try and make do somehow. So I've got 2 Purple Pandas. One right down in the pointy end of the front of my helmet, which is actually designed for a microphone for intercom. It's got a little area in there which should be totally sheltered from wind and stuff. And another one up beside the ear, so you'll hear the intercom hopefully. Let's see what it's like at this speed. Goodbye. And back on again. Hello. So I don't know whether that's coming out or not, but this is my first go at positioning the microphones, so you know, if this is shit, you won't get to see or hear any of this anyway. It's not raining, it's freezing cold. We've really hit winter at the moment. But I'm rugged up nicely. It's not raining, that's the main thing. So yeah, my history of sound and motovlogging started off with the drift camera, drift mic. Sort of worked fine, but I really wanted to record the intercom initially because wifey and I were doing dual vlogs together, and then of course with Bill, and then just about everybody else that I ride with ends up having an intercom and you can hook up, talk to each other. For me it adds to the video. I know I've watched people in the past who done dual vlogs by having, you know, the footage from everybody's camera and shooting back and forward. That's not always possible to do. I mean, other people don't have cameras, they have intercoms but not cameras. Pop through town, head out in the country for a bit, have a bit of a decent ride. Then I gotta go to work, that's the sucky bit. Gotta go to work. I work in the afternoons, which is odd, because you know, you get into something else in the morning and you go, oh, that's right, I gotta go to work. I've been doing it for 5 years, I'm still not used to it. So where was I? Yeah, so the drift stuff, and I spent ages trying to record. I mean, I've got a video up about how I have up to 7 sound sources, microphones on the bike, a couple of microphones in the helmet, microphone on a backpack that I don't really seem to use much anymore. Got a backpack camera rig. There is actually on this new helmet I've got, it comes with its own mounting for a camera on top. So I might just get the right mounts for that and try that. Camera on top of the helmet, that could be good. But yeah, the sound has always been a bit of an issue. And eventually drift cameras, which I originally loved, mostly because of their aerodynamic shape, you know, rather than stupid GoPro shape, which I just don't like. It just looks silly on a helmet. It is impractical, has terrible aerodynamics. I loved the way the drift was flat against the helmet, side mounted. You could rotate the lens whichever way you wanted. Loved that, but then in terms of technology, drift just didn't keep up. The stabilization was rubbish. And not wanting to go with GoPro, which has fantastic stabilization, really good footage, but I still just don't like the shape. I went with Sony, and then that came with its own problems. It doesn't have adjustable volume on the microphone. It has automatic level control. That's a really old term from like the 70s. It means that the volume adjusts itself up and down depending how much sound it's receiving, and it's terrible. It ends up mostly distorting when you use it in a helmet. Maybe it works fine with its built-in microphone, but even then I don't like that, because you know, wind noise, built-in microphone on a helmet on a motorbike is rubbish. Anybody who puts up footage from their motorbike with a camera with a built-in microphone, I will last about 3 seconds till I hear that wind noise, and then I'm out of there. It just annoys the hell out of me. Waste of time in my opinion. So yeah, I've had all these problems with the sound on the Sony. I've tried various things, including a really complicated setup with a thing called a vol box, which is a little volume machine. Oh, I ended up getting a really bastardized version that made it work, but I couldn't get the two mics, you know, one on the Senna as well as the other one, to work on it. So that's what I went off on my trip with, sadly, so you couldn't hear the banter with the other guys. So now I've got a much simpler sort of thing, two mics into a splitter, two Purple Panda mics into the splitter that came with them, into the little adapter lead that came with them that adapts from the 4-pin plug to the 3-pin plug. I tested it, it's actually working, as in it's recording, and this is the road test in the rush hour. So yeah, let's hope this is recording well enough for you to be watching and listening. There's more still stuff, by the way. This is the school two of my kids went to. It's probably closed forever. It was so badly damaged in the last flood that it's just not worth it again. It's always been a low-lying school. It's always flooded. Road closed ahead. Okay. Looks like I'm turning around. I'll go a different way. Oh yeah, this speed. What are we doing? We've got the Senna going off. Senna going on. Hello. And of course there's roadworks everywhere, because they're trying to fix the massive amount of damage made to the roads around here. And credit to them, really. Like, they've been getting on with it, but you know, it means you've got to do this a lot. You've got to stop and wait a lot, which is fine. Alright, eventually we'll get to do some sort of speed, but there's another test for this. Oh, here we go, got the visor down, doing around the 80, oh my god, for a moment. Alright, so yeah, doing around the 80 mark now, and hopefully it's recording alright, who knows. Just pop the visor down a bit. Also got the protection of the new screen, of course, which is awesome. Doing 100. Yeah, it's probably getting a little bit noisy, but got to test everything. I was kind of highway speed there for a moment. Okay, so generally speaking, I don't try to vlog anything over about 80, no matter what. It's just yeah, a lot of wind noise. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you did watch, because I did put it up. Hopefully I'll catch you in the next one, and in the meantime, be safe and be happy. Cheers guys.